5.
Exactly. Beautiful. There she blows. Got a ad for the room place.
Yeah. The room
good.
place?
Yep.
What's a room? The room place.
It's a furniture store.
Oh. It's a bad name.
Ah, you've never been? They're around everywhere.
Huh. The room
never seen
store. I don't think I've ever seen the room store.
The room place.
The room place. The
Yeah.
room
How dare you
place.
get it wrong?
Mm-hmm. Show the room place some respect. No, see, I worked at a
Exactly.
competitor. I worked at Steinhoffel, so.
Yeah. So you don't even know.
Mm-hmm. Jesse Nicoletti, sup?
You're brainwashed.
I was.
That's what that is.
Into hating Steinhoffels.
Exactly.
If anyone in chat has shopped at Steinhoffels, you paid too much.
There we go.
Prussian blue, cause you're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no, you're in and you're out, you're up when you're down, you're black when you're white, you're wrong when you're right, you're something, something, something. I didn't listen to my Katy Perry today. Usually I'm blasting Katy Perry nonstop 24/7, but today I skipped, and so that's why I'm rusty. Monitor. Soup. Cisco. Sup, guys?
Darth Cinema. Guess who's got 2 thumbs and his first game of Warhammer 40k? This
Yeah,
guy.
nice.
Necrons rise up.
I need some gray paints. No, I actually cleaned everything up, so everything's back in the bins.
Alcoholic. I've decided to run for mayor of my town.
Ooh, really?
Is it Funky Town?
Ah.
That's what I'd go.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm mayor of. What's your platform? What are you running on?
A treadmill?
Ooh. Takamuto. Evening.
Where's my gray?
Kenones, this room looks more unfinished by the day. That or my ADHD is worsening. What I said, I think maybe it was today, the other day. Always keep that piece of wood. Whatever is going to happen in that background, got to make sure we keep that piece of wood leaning up against the wall.
6 foot ladder.
Oh yeah.
6 foot ladder for 8 foot ceilings.
Mm-hmm. A classic.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lucky bat with an ooage and a wooage.
Ooh, ooh. Takamoto.
Also, you're a little late, lucky bat. It's kind of rude. You got to be the first one on the stream every single time, or else you're not a real fan.
Simon the Modified Monkey. I'm straight up pogged out right now.
Aren't we all? Blue Bob Man. Sup, squigs and pigs. I'm both of those things.
Lucky bet. I listened to your stream earlier. Does that count?
That's true. Let's just say maybe we were doing a little testing.
Yeah.
Doing some testing. And it looks like the thing that we were testing is going to work.
It's a very interesting time to be an EOB patron on Patreon.
That's very true. We're going to be testing. We're going to be doing a little bit of a test for that stream, and then maybe if it works out well, that will end up in other streams.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Also, Lucky Bat, you sounded delightful after we replayed it. Just so you know.
Has the Stonewall Gray forsaken me? Or is it just empty? It doesn't feel empty. Although there is a rock in there for shaking paint. But the rock will make the paint go bad.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Hundreds and hundreds of comments.
Mm-hmm. Akino, does Nick know that Malifaux is putting out a game that's just about gremlin racing? I saw that. They're doing a Bayou Summer. They're doing a Bayou Summer thing. I didn't look into it too hard, but I saw that they teased some models. And it was the gremlins riding the chickens. And I think they're different sculpts.
Yeah, the Rooster Riders.
Amazing. Like, I'm crapping my pants over here.
I like to think that they're making a game called Speed Freaks.
Yeah.
But they're going to sell it for longer than 4 months.
That would be so funny if it was Speed Freaks and it was the gremlins on the chickens.
Mm-hmm.
That would be so much fun. Simon the lobotomized monkey. I'm getting my first COVID shot tomorrow. Well, I got mine a few weeks ago. The 5G just finished installing.
5G expansion pack?
Time. What'd you say?
5G expansion pack?
Oh, yeah.
Remember when you...
4G. I was on 4G for a while, but now we're really upgraded.
Remember, did you ever have a video game and then you could get an expansion and you bought an expansion CD-ROM and you installed it?
No, but I had StarCraft.
Ah.
and they did that digitally.
I think I had Zoo Tycoon and Zoo Tycoon like 2, or like Zoo Tycoon expansion for SeaWorld and Zoo Tycoon expansion for dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder how exactly it worked, because you end up just playing with the expansion disc, but you're still playing the original game too.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if it was all fake.
I have no idea. All right, Akino, I'm gonna have to look this up. I don't remember seeing the bunny.
Gotta look up the bunny.
I gotta look up the bunny. I saw that this existed though. Man, is it weird?
We were talking about what Malifaux needs to do to get rocking and rolling. A little cute box game could be a really smart. Set in the world of Malifaux.
It's a Bayou starter box.
Oh.
Yeah, I have to look at the forums to read more information about it. But I mean, this looks pretty hilarious. I mean, they don't have a gremlin on a crab, but maybe that's where I come in. Maybe that's why I make one.
Just Nicolette, be back in a bit. Gotta cook some dinner.
What are you cooking us? Geez, that sody pop is really hitting hard, isn't it?
It is.
Weird news, which that's hilarious. That is a hilarious thing.
Weird news.
I also like that they always say "Hey weirdos" as their title for all their articles.
Adam Hansen had The Sims 2 and like 10 other discs for it. Zoo Tycoon 2 was one of the greatest games ever. They totally ruined it with Zoo Tycoon 3. They took out most of the customizing.
I want Bayou Bash. I want this. $55.
That's not bad. What, for the 4 models?
I believe so.
Yeah.
It's a little hard to navigate this website. And you have to read a little bit, which is not fun. You know me and reading. I like that there's a rule called pecking order,
Mm-hmm.
and also no harm, no foul, and then without feather ado.
Aw.
I mean, this
YouTube
is
suck bad.
this is a game for me.
Mm-hmm. There's a shortage of matte medium in Canada. What should I do? Oh my goodness.
Jeez. Got to import it
Mm-hmm.
from the U.S.
Yeah,
Gotta
some
pay
black
high
market.
tariffs. Yeah. And you gotta make sure it's matte medium. You never know what a white liquid is.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. This is wonderful. Did I read that right too? Yeah, Bayou Summer. I mean, I really hope that is something.
I do like the Bayou faction a lot. I like the Skeeters, the Rooster Riders.
Oh. I mean, remember
the
we
little-
had that comment from that guy? The guy said that he owned everything.
Mm-hmm.
It makes so much sense. Every single model is a winner. Every single one. I like the swamp monsters. I mean, everything's great. And I have that book. It's a fun book.
Yeah.
Beautiful pictures. I don't know how to read. Gotta learn how to read first.
I have the Malifaux rule book downloaded. I just need to read it.
Yeah. That 54 pages are laughing at me.
They are.
I don't know why they don't have I mean, I guess someone else made this tutorial. Which I think we watched it and it was confusing. I feel like Malifaux should make a tutorial how to play the game for losers.
Was it Baldy McGreen headphones?
Yes.
Ah, classic.
Mm-hmm. Remember we watched it and that's where the twisty wristy came from.
Yeah, I don't know if he did the cleanest job of explaining how exactly their dice system works or their card system.
And you would assume that, Malifaux would do a better job.
Mm-hmm.
Like Weird as a company would do a better job.
Although, I mean, we saw their YouTube videos today.
Yeah. Monitor, back in my day, you used to have 4 discs to install Diablo 2, and Braveheart came on 2 separate VHS tapes because it was so long.
Wow. I remember Dinotopia, I believe, was 4 DVDs long. Because I think it's 6 hours and some change.
Akino is how to play Malifaux. Do you remember the card game War? What if you added house rules?
The letter K. Hey, bro, can't stay long. I got an exam tomorrow. Also, I don't speak Star Wars Legion, so see ya at you beautiful man. No homo. No homo, though.
Arthur Ortega, wearing headphones, burping into my ears.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're welcome. I mean, that's an EOB special right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we know what the folks tune in for.
Yeah. That and the arguing about Star Wars.
Yeah.
No Dr. Trokel to argue.
Yeah. I've said it once, I'll say it again. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Best Star Wars movie.
Exactly.
Hands down.
Yep.
Not that anyone would argue with that. I mean, this is just the fact.
Gremlins. I'm gonna buy that so hard. No release dates or anything. I don't think.
And no company does release dates.
I know.
This is annoying. You just want to buy the thing.
Stop teasing me. Which I think is just rude.
Simon the Bottom-Eyes Monkey. Burp in my eardrums, daddy. Can't notice. I come here for the moon landing talk, which was overshadowed by dentist nonsense. I mean, that first moon landing. That first moon landing is a little bit sus.
Yeah. So we went to the moon, but just later, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think we may have gone to the moon every single time, but I and I've been proven wrong on this many a time. But figuring out how to get to the moon and figuring out how to live stream from the moon at the same time, it's pretty incredible.
Right.
And apparently it was easy, but sounds like something that would be hard.
Mm-hmm. No, obviously you just don't know.
The Darth Bane trilogy is up there with the Thrawn trilogy for best books. I think I read Bane, and I didn't love it.
Yeah, so screw you.
I might have not read it though.
I definitely read it.
I don't get into the olden day Star Wars stuff. Like there's the Star Wars stuff, and then there's the old, like longer time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And that stuff I have a hard time like
carrying it up.
So Han Solo isn't going to live for another 1,000 years. If Jar Jar Binks isn't in it, I don't know if I'm interested. I need my Binks.
Binks.
Tekamoto. Star Wars, pretty cool. When are they going to come out with Star Wars 2?
Star Wars again. Star Wars, more wars. Exactly.
Arthur Ortega. Mandalorian was better than most Star Wars movies. The TV shows are really good. I think my favorite is still the Clone Wars. For me, the Clone Wars is peak Star Wars.
Why do you think they nail the TV shows so much more?
I think, just getting 100 hours to explain characters and the plot and the stuff is a lot. I think it just gives them a lot more time to play with than,
so they're cheating.
An hour and a half movie. Yeah, it's cheating. I remember when they made the first 2 episodes of Star Wars: The Clone Wars into a movie, and I went to go see that movie and it sucked. But then I watched the show, and the show's amazing. Because all these characters, they get time to develop. Because they did Star Wars once. There's the action, adventure. And, the characters in Star Wars are not, the greatest things ever written.
Whoa. Well, okay, now
but they're not supposed to be.
Wait a second.
But you almost can't do that again and again and again. And where the TV shows differ is they actually get into really interesting characters, and like the Clone Wars, it has good guy main characters, bad guy main characters, many different characters. It's an anthology show, so the episodes just take place whenever with whoever character they feel like. People who are bad become neutral. People who are good become bad. And people who are good become bad, I guess, depending on how you view the Jedi. Man, Clone Wars is really good. I think, like, the very first episode of Clone Wars is technically chronologically episode 16.
AR, I lose signal on my phone in town. How is it explainable or acceptable that they had better reception on the moon over 50 years ago?
That's a good point. Moon landing's fake.
Yep. And also dentists are also fake.
Oh, the big dental conspiracy.
Oh yeah.
Why am I blending on these chairs? I guess one of them is going to be visible. The other one's going to have a butt in it.
A tush. Carson Underwood, why are we disliking the vid, bro? Because that's your job.
It is.
We made a graphic for it. That's what you're just supposed to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I always read those comments like they're so concerned.
Whoa, wait! Did you guys know that your graphic it says leave a dislike? You probably just used the wrong one. You want to use the one that says leave a like.
No, never.
Dar Cinema, to think that the Empire would have won the war if they had just listened to Thrawn and used the TIE Defenders to counter the Rebels' reliance on snub fighters with like the X-Wing. I do like the look of the TIE Defender with the 3 wings. It's a cool spaceship.
That's a neat trick.
I'll try spinning. Oh, Annie. Oh, little Anakin Sky Potter. I think he's in jail.
Well, happens to the best of us.
Russian Blue. On the topic of TC, the Clone Wars, can we pour out one for our homie Commander Thorn? I don't remember which one Commander Thorn is. Is he one of the clones?
Alcoholic. B-Wing is the best rebel ship.
Oh, the B-Wing is sick. The B-Wing is an awesome ship. Definitely one of my all-time faves. There was a Lego set of it not too long ago, and I almost got it. Cause I had the one when I was little, but it was a little bit crappy.
Top 10 Star Wars ships.
The TIE Defender was OP. It was game breaking when it came to Star Wars X-Wing, because it could do a free U-turn, like turnaround, which was insane. Because X-Wing is a game of positioning your ships. And so there was like crazy combinations where you could have your free U-turn and then do a barrel roll and then do a boost, and then because of your pilot ability get to auto hits. And so it was like no ship could outfly the Defender, even come close to it. Prussian Blue. Defenders were even more fragile than normal TIEs, although that was the only real downside. Oh yeah, and not in the game X-Wing. Carson Underwood, wash are you using? I was using some GW Nuln Oil and a little bit of GW Contrast Black Templars thrown on top.
A classic combo. A 1-2 punch.
Yeah. Toa Rivers, I like Star Wars 1. Yeah, Star Wars Episode 1 of the Phantom Menace. It's my favorite.
It's a really good one. Probably the best one.
Prussian Blue, Commander Thorn was the Coruscant Guard commander with Padme while she was visiting the Seppies, the guy with the minigun, when they got overrun. He killed like 8 while surrounded. Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember that guy. Yeah, wasn't it great when all the characters were like good and likable and nice in Clone Wars, and then they become just boring and bland and suck in the actual prequels? Dark Cinema. Empire at War would like a word. Empire at War. I think I've played that. Empire at War. Was there Empire at War and then Empire at War Forces of Corruption? Is it that game? Carson Underwood, love the channel. Thanks.
Nice.
Kino Kinona, Star Wars Battlefront 2 from 2005 is hands down the best Star Wars game. It might be. That is a bomb-ass game. I probably have 100 hours in that game. Toa River. Yo, my man Fives is the best clone. Changed my mind. I don't know. I'm more of a 99 man myself. Yeah, that was the expansion. That game had the best, like, large-scale ship-to-ship combat in anything. Although horrible ground warfare. Real bad.
But they got one thing right.
They really figured out the space.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? That's it's part of the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Space.
The final frontier. Mm-hmm. These are the voyages of the Star Trek Starship Enterprise.
Space Wars.
Yeah, the TNG music never really fit. It was a little bit too upbeat and happy.
Like just all the time in all the episodes?
No, just the theme song. The theme song didn't match any of the music or tones of like the of the episodes.
Mm. Interesting.
Moneteer. The 2005 Battlefront 2 was number 2 after Pod Racer for the N64.
Mm. Now, this is pod racing. Is that part of the game? Because it better be. Now, this is pod racing. Just over and over and over and over and over again.
I love games like Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds is a ripoff of Red Alert. And every time you click on a unit, every single time, they say their little line.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And you click on them, like multiple times a second.
Yep.
And I remember if you clicked on the Stormtroopers, they would say, THX-1138 ready, sir. THX-1138 ready, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And you start to learn like the noises of the buildings being finished.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the same thing for Red Alert.
Mm-hmm.
Move out! So much fun. Yes, sir!
Mm-hmm. Oh, God, the gun death noise was amazing. It was like, Hoo-ah! It was like really long, too.
Yeah. Move out. Move out.
The gun grenadier would say, Issa go boom! It's over. Super Bombat Racing, best Star Wars game.
Carson Underwood, I'm about to get my first Space Marines ever.
Ooh.
That's sweet. Is it just your first Space Marines? First models? Play any other factions?
Prussian Blue. Commander Fox gets more shit than he deserves. It's sad that he died right after the Temple Purge in 3. His men thought Vader was a Jedi and fired on him, and Fox was blamed even though he tried to stop them. I did hear about that Commander Fox, the story of Commander Fox.
You mean the truth?
Yes. That has been silenced by a big rebel alliance.
Yeah. Carson Underwood, first ever model.
Yeah.
Nice. How are you thinking you're going to paint him up?
Koek.
Very exciting.
1532-4 pod racing game. Do you mean Super Bombat Racing? Best Star Wars game is the Lego one. The Lego game is really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Lego just puts out quality.
They do. They really, really do. Toa Rivers, we lost another one to the plastic addiction. Exactly. Simon the lobotomized monkey, one of us.
Carson Underwood, red, gray, and blue. Ooh.
Kino Kino's lucky. My first ever model was a pine car. Flimbo the dude. Sorry for being late. Accidentally took a nap. How dare you?
Accidentally.
Set an alarm. You know when stream time is. Prussian blue. Plastic crack is better than crack in every way except cost.
Robert Has Downs Jr. We talking best Star Wars games and no mention of Masters of Tarek Casey? Casey? I've never heard of this.
Making up games again.
You know what game I really liked? Was Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. That game was really fun. Had like a fun RPG thing where you kind of make your own character. You go through, you know, I think there's maybe like 30 levels in the game.
Mm-hmm.
You pick your force powers to learn. You choose to be good or bad.
Bad. Were you good or were you bad?
I always chose good. I mean, I played it many times, so I would sometimes choose bad. But
have you still been playing Stardew Valley?
Yes.
Are you good?
But I don't think.
Are you nice?
I mean, if
nice
there was,
people?
I did try to commit terrorism.
Wow.
So in the game, there's mining, and I found out that you can just place the bombs wherever you want. So one night, I went to the bar, and the bar gets packed in the evenings with all the NPCs, and I put down the bomb and ran, and it exploded, but nothing happened. You can't hurt the NPCs.
That's bad. What if you just broke the game? Were they mad at you?
No, nothing happens.
Nothing happened.
It's not a terribly sophisticated game.
Mm-hmm. Collect the things.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that pretty much what it is?
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds right up my alley. Although, is Factorio a better game?
I like Factorio better.
I think I like. Oh, I mean, Factorio has shooting, so that helps. Did you ever use the tanks or cars or anything?
Yes, I love them.
Factorio. Mm-hmm. They're a little hard to drive around.
They are. They really.
Gotta get used to them.
There's a learning curve. You don't want to run into stuff because you can take a lot of damage. Mm-hmm. I do. Eventually, I do like getting all of the personal suit upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
But I do enjoy it. Like early game, the tanks are the only way to clear out the buggers around your area.
Mm-hmm.
Simon the Bottomized Monkey. Force Unleashed was fun. I think I played Force Unleashed on the Wii. I think I rented it from the library because they had some games. Ranchu Goldfish. You hurt them by giving them gifts you hate. Ah, well, you can romance. I think there's like six characters in the game that you can romance, and my goal is to romance them all.
Ooh. Is romance just like going on dates, or is that being married?
You can get married, but I think you can only get married once.
What if you want a divorce?
That's what I'll keep you updated.
Okay.
Maybe I'll marry every single one and then divorce them.
Oh, that'd be very funny.
I should have dry brushed this first.
I woke up and say 9:20 and had to get myself together to join the stream. Yeah, you had to put a shirt on, got to put the pants on.
Well, at least you have your priorities in order.
Mm-hmm.
Stream is first priority.
Exactly. Running over to the computer or the phone. You never know. Toxic Films. Hi, how are you?
Good.
I am great. how are you? Prussian Blue, romance them all. Nick, get the horny bat.
Monitor, Jay, you would love Crusader Kings. You can romance everyone in the game, including your own family. Yeah, well, my goals in Stardew Valley is I want to have a farm that makes millions of dollars, and I want to romance all of the villagers. Robert S. Jones Jr. I can't join the stream until I put my wife and dogs to sleep permanently.
And you do it every day.
Mm-hmm.
Simon the Lobotomized Monkey. Elliot from Stardew Valley reminds me of Goobertown Brent.
A little bit.
I don't know this character.
It's a character with long blonde hair.
Jacked.
Who does live by the water.
Ooh, that's fun. Doxic Films. Sorry, I left a like. Instead, I'm a rebel. How dare you? Yep, shadow banned for life.
Toa Rivers. It's actually possible to marry and divorce everyone in Stardew, but they'll all hate you afterwards.
That's kind of great. So what does this hating do? Does it matter?
It's probably just different dialogue options when you click on them. Because the reason you want to be liked by everyone is because they'll occasionally send you gifts through the mail.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah,
it's a gift to us all. Interesting.
Oh God, Factorio is so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, I want to play it, but I don't deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Really don't.
The last time I played, I was trying out a thing I saw some YouTubers do, which is a mega conveyor belt. Mm-hmm. Where all of you make it so that all the resources move left to right, and all of the constructing happens up and down. Mm-hmm. And so you just get this really cool, just line of chests that are always full. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, this is just my, this chest will always be full of batteries. Because usually what happens is I make a little area that is, this is my starting area where it makes the starting things, and then I'll just kind of branch out like an amoeba. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was cool, having just everything in a big X. Mm-hmm. Only thing was, it really started to become a thing when I started adding fluid handling.
Yep.
The fluid handling is a nightmare.
That's usually when the game ends for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what, maybe I'll go play something else. Or do anything else.
And Crimson, Terra Kasi. It was a terrible Star Wars fighting game from the mid-90s. Toa Rivers. People hating you in Stardew is like the lore in a 40k codex. It's nice, but doesn't affect gameplay. Dr. Chokle. Jay, watched your video today. Just wanted to tell you that you're wrong. Store minis in the drawer under the oven, store chemicals and glue in your car, and store paint in dropper bottles in the freezer. Noob.
There you go. Now you're gonna have to make a video. Now you're gonna have to make a response video.
Mm-hmm. Doxic Film, do you play Minecraft? If yes, you could make a server and make it a patron only. Make it an extra $1 or $5. That does sound like a lot of fun.
That is hilarious.
But I do not play Minecraft. I mean, I played it a lot when I was a little kid.
Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe if it's a Terraria server.
Oh, Terraria server with 50 people on it.
I don't know if I'd be able to help myself. I mean, I'd be playing Terraria all day.
Chris Underwood. Model looks good. Good night. Store glue in your nose. El Rondorio.
Mm-hmm. I always, for some reason, pour a little glue in a paper bag and smell it. It smells really good. Robin Blackwell, why am I watching this at 10:40 local time? 10:40 a.m. local time? Or 3:40 a.m. local time? Reading is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Doxy Films, a Terraria server would be fun. Oh, yeah.
I know there was a great YouTube video I watched where somebody started a anyone can enter Terraria server and left it overnight and then came back to it.
Oh my goodness.
And like people had just built random things. People had decided to just demolish a giant chunk of the map. It was actually pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm. It is very cute.
I would say the last time I played Terraria, they had turned off the ability to make infinite money machines, which is fair, but it was sad because all of a sudden all my infinite money machines were broken. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, I had like 200 platinum. Mm-hmm. Now I actually have to, try.
Now I have to work.
And they made the nurse where it isn't just like she's free.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, you want to heal for 500 health? It's like 5 copper, which you get for just existing in the game. I mean, compared to Minecraft, Terraria is way better. There's just so much more to do.
There's so much more to do.
You start the game as nothing, and you end the game as a god.
Yeah. Which, I mean, is just so fun. Mm-hmm. I think, didn't they just celebrate their 10 years or something like that? Which is
maybe
cute. It's a very fun game. I don't understand how that one didn't catch on as much as Minecraft.
Yeah.
I really don't.
I guess the 3D environment is kind of fun in Minecraft. But there's not much to do in it.
Yeah, I mean, I have a theory that once you create like maybe less than 20 new worlds, you're done with it.
Yeah.
You get how it works. With Terraria, I mean, it's a little different every time. And there's different goals that you can put in mind, too. And then playing with friends is really fun.
Yeah. And you can build yourself as different classes, like mage,
Yep.
like a knight or warrior. You use melee weapons. You can use magic weapons.
Whatever the yo-yo stuff is.
Yo-yo. Yeah, you can just be really good at yo-yos, which is honestly one of the best things to do in the game.
Yep. I love the yo-yos. It's one of my favorites.
I always like the magic and the guns. I like ranged weapons. Also, great boss fights.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean, it's fun.
Like in Minecraft, it's like, okay, I got the diamond armor. Now I'm sort of strong, but I can still like die to normal stuff like falling or getting a creeper blow me up.
Mm-hmm. Akino Kinones, sorry guys, Terraria is fun, but convincing people to play it is almost as hard as convincing people to play Dwarf Fortress.
Mm.
Who wants to play Terraria? I feel like we can do it.
Alex Smith, what's your opinion on 90s music? I love Smash Mouth. Although isn't that like 2000s? That was a slightly past the 90s.
Yeah, I don't know.
Toa Rivers, the best way to sum up Terraria's progression for EOB fans that don't play is you start out as a nerdling and end up as the big E in terms of power. You become
That's very true.
a god. It is so much fun.
It's really, really fun. And
Like,
I'm the yo-yo god.
It must be a
Yo-yo
thing
master.
in like D&D,
I'm
right?
Yo-Yo Ma.
Slimes. Because the first enemy you really come across is slimes. And early game slimes will mess you up.
Right.
And you have a sword that deals like 5 damage. And eventually you'll get like a sword that does, 800 damage, 1200 on a critical strike.
Yeah, it's wild.
Lucky Bat. I only played Terraria because someone bought it for me. Same with Stardew and Kill Team.
I wonder who that was.
I tried to use this Vallejo Sepia, and it's a little poopy. The Vallejo washes just don't do anything for me.
No. You know what though? You gotta give it to you. You keep trying them.
I mean, I gotta use it up.
Make it work. Yeah. Maybe one day you'll find a use for them. Toxic films. I sort of forgot this was a paint stream. Oh yeah, it turns into everything else real quick.
I mean, how much is there to say about paint? I'm gonna use green. I'm gonna use brown. I'm gonna use red.
I'm gonna use green. I'm gonna use brown. I'm gonna use red. Maybe you can make it a song. That could be fun. Make it a little jingle. Kinones. So now that Bill Gates is single, are you interested? Or does the Epstein stuff make the money not worth it? I don't. Well, that's not great. I don't love that. But I think you'd cheat on me. Obviously. I mean, he has a track record.
Yeah.
So I feel like that'd be pretty rude. But you know what? Maybe, especially, he's gonna sign a prenup and stuff. I mean, there's no way I'm getting half of whatever's left.
Oh yeah.
A quarter.
Boy, getting a half of the world.
Yeah, I mean.
Jay, you always find ways to say more. That is true. On this episode of Models and Memories Weekly.
That is true.
Lucky Bat. Bill Gates and the Queen.
Agreed. Akina Kinones, money is nice, but too bad Bill Gates is a nerd.
Yeah. Nerd.
I bet he plays 40K.
Mm-hmm.
What army do you think he'd play?
He'd play Tau.
I need to be annoying about it.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually Tau are the good guys.
Although, aren't they a little too socialist-y for him?
That's a good point.
Like, I was kind of
for the greater good, though.
That's true. I mean, I guess the vaccines and all that stuff. Craig Turpin Tower, Canadian.
Oh.
You're Canadian.
Oh, look out there, hey. I'm gonna shoot this rail rifle at you, okay there?
Viewers delight. Just signed on. What's up with your background? Construction going on in the home?
A little bit.
Yep, that basement's been under construction since the early 70s.
Yeah, it has. All right, this pupper's looking nice and beat up. Got to figure out how I'm going to be doing that panel lining, though. I'm going to be oiling it up. I feel like I should. I don't know that I'm not too good at oils. I got to get better.
That is true. You got to do it. Ah.
Toa Rivers. Bezos would 100% main Skitari. Toxic films. As a Canadian, I reject the Tau. Sorry, buddy. Oh, I love the Canadians in South Park. They're like a different species of human.
Which, is that really that different from real life?
Like every day at 9 o'clock, they play Chuck Mangione. do 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 do. Do 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 do.
I don't know if you remember, in high school, Julian and I would play that all the time.
Was it called? Feels so good or feels good?
Feels so good.
By Chuck Mangione.
Yeah.
No, didn't he play something on King of the Hill? Like, didn't he play a character?
I think he did. Maybe he was himself. I don't remember, but yeah, I think he's associated with that somehow. I've heard apparently he's an asshole, and he's very small.
Yes, I heard that. I think the King of the Hill were doing. They were wasting time on set, or not on set. They don't have a set, but they were wasting time in the office, having like an office Olympics.
Uh-huh.
And apparently Chuck Mangione got really into it, and so he flew in so that he could play at their opening ceremonies
for
the Office Olympics.
That's hilarious. That's very, very fun. Dr. Jekyll, yes, Chuck Mangione played himself on King of the Hill.
Ah.
Views delayed. Where are you guys located? Time zone. Central time.
Which is the only correct time, really.
Right, because it's central of the whole world, right?
Yeah.
We're in the center of the whole world.
There's a big seam here, and I wonder, did Sarastro fill it in? Let me check.
Do you have a bunch of stills?
He did. I do. He didn't do a perfect job filling it in. Weirdly enough, when this model came, this is hard styrene plastic like GW, but it was already clipped off a sprue, and the two halves were glued together.
Interesting.
In a little Ziploc baggie. Takamoto, Chuck Mangione is alive in the Megalomart. Dr. Jokel.
Eastern Standard Gang ride up or rise up? Nope. Disagree.
In the South Park game Stick of Truth video game, when you go to Canada, the game becomes like an 8-bit Nintendo game.
Ah, that's fun. Alcoholic, my Dune Crawler arrived today.
Ooh,
nice.
That's a pretty sick model. Prussian Blue, add built-up sand to the open panels. That's not a bad idea. Lucky Bat, time is fake, plebs.
Time is not real. Real is not time.
Viewers Delight, what's your preference on the sprue or the way the Legion models come? I think I like sprue. It is odd. I've heard that the battle droids come on sprue, but it seems like everything else comes pre-packaged or pre-cut off and in little baggies, which is kind of interesting.
I don't understand. Why would you have someone or a machine or anything glue it together? Why spend that? Like why spend the time to do that?
I don't know.
Is it just to make it easy to put together so you can just play it?
It might
Play
be.
the game?
The models do go together pretty easy. Although I've noticed, like, they're not clipped and prepared perfectly. And it doesn't seem like Legion models don't seem like masterpieces. Like, they're very, very good game pieces. But, I can't imagine, mega painters who want, beautiful flowing details painting these models, Legion models.
Yeah, they are like toys.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make them look really, really, really cool. And I mean, you can paint on extra details. But, I see what you mean.
Seth Strader. The new Legion stuff comes on sprues. For example, Mandalorians are on sprues. Interesting. Also, a lot of the original Legion stuff is PVC. Like, this is styrene, but the riders are PVC. And so they're a little bit softer plastic.
Russian Blue, EOB Kahoot stream win.
That could be really fun.
That'd be a good idea. That'd honestly be a good Patreon stream.
Yeah.
Remember, because we talked about doing a Cards Against Humanity,
Mm-hmm.
but the card cast service is done. They are done with it, so we can't make our own deck, which sucks. Because that would be so fun if we made an EOB exclusive deck with all the inside jokes. Do you like rap? It'd be great.
Toho Rivers, as fun as painting is, the one thing I dread painting is my Zombicide Black Plague game, mainly due to all the survivors not being in uniforms in any way whatsoever. I can't wait for like October, because I really want to make my own zombie game with probably some 40k-ish rules. And lots of zombies.
So they're gonna be bad then?
Yeah.
That's what people will say. That sounds like fun.
And I want
Zombie
stuff like
game would be really cool.
Yeah. Stuff like if a zombie kills somebody, then they become a zombie.
Ooh.
Because I want the player to always be overwhelmed.
Well, welcome to my life. Seth Strader, is that contrast gray for the seats and instruments, or a special EOB recipe?
It's just a little bit of Nuln Oil, a little bit of contrast Black Templar, a little bit of a brown wash from Vallejo that's a little sucky, and then I'm gonna fix it up with some dry brushing and highlighting.
And was it base coated Stonewall gray?
Yeah, base coated Stonewall gray. And I'm panel lining, and I'm just doing it with Nuln Oil. But a great way to panel line is I rubbed some water. So now like the recessed area is like physically wet. And now when I take my Nuln Oil and dip it in, you should see it just flows. Oh, I need some on the brush though.
Wet ass recesses?
Yeah, it just flows.
Beautiful. And speaking of flowing, it is a little after 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And you know what that means.
Another successful stream.
Another successful stream. We had a video out today, so go watch that video. And we'll have another live stream at 9 p.m. Central tomorrow. And if you're a patron, we got a special stream on Friday. We're going to be trying some stuff out.
Very special.
So please join us for that. Because that'll be wild.
Hang on, I'm panelining.